I'm the Tiger Hanger. This is Mike, and I'm going to tell you how I made this life-size StormTrooper for under 10 bucks. Now, I originally was going to do Jango Fett, and my thing was, I actually like wearing the Jango Fett costume more than the StormTrooper costume, so I changed it midway, and I changed my mind. I actually thought I had two of these, but anyway, these are Ruby's Deluxe costumes that I already had, so all the materials to build this guy up was about $10. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay, so I got this skeleton for $1 at a garage sale because it's broken. And these things are usually like 50 bucks. I never see them on sale. Okay, so since it's broken, I'm going to fix that. And I'm going to make them a little taller. So the skeleton itself is only like 4.5 foot tall. So I'm going to take it up to 5 foot. Now, Jango Fett is really about 6 foot tall, so it's going to be a bit of a cheat. They're going to be off by, I think, almost 10 inches. But I'm going to reinforce the sides right here and screw it all together and make it work. And then we're going to start working on fattening them up. Fattening the skeleton up using these foam noodles. I got the skinny ones for the arms, and then I got the fatter one, the more expensive $3 fatter one for the legs. And then we're going to work on everything else, fatten them up, then we're going to dress them up. And we're going to make him stabilized and make him look good. All right, so far we have made him a little taller, extended him a bit, reinforced it, but that added some weight, so now it's going to be a challenge. We need to increase the stability of this guy. I'm using the duct tape, and I'm probably going to duct tape all the joints into one pose so he holds himself up. And then the next thing I'm going to use is this foam to add some thickness to them. So I'm just going to get to kind of measuring how much I need at a time, foam wise. So I need like that much. And then just go to town cutting the foam. Pretty simple. Get the other arm, forearm, other forearm, then you got to cut the foam so you can put it around the arm and add some thickness to it. Obviously, it's gonna be a skinny guy, huh? I might have cut these a little too big, but who knows. And there it is. Then I'm going to duct tape those on so that they stay in place and don't shift around. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing all through these next few steps. And I'm going to try to do, I'm probably just have to figure out how to make it more stable as I go. And that might need to be a little shorter. So let's just cut it and make it shorter. Put it on. There's an arm. And so on and so forth till we get it all done. All right, so here he is, standing next to like a cutout, which is actually going to be a little taller than him, but I've got him almost standing up. I've got to work on a few things for the ankles to make him a little more stable. Probably more tape, but I did tape up the joints to make him a little more stable at the joints. I was going to go for having them in more dynamic poses. I could do some stuff with the arms, pretty dynamic, but not with the legs, so that's going to be an issue all along, all the way through there, but it is what it is, and I'll just keep working on them. Gotta get him more stable to where he can stand on his own. And then throw the costume on him. Come on, dude, stand up. And it'll look good. There's the shoes he's going to be wearing. And got to figure out how to fill those shoes out. So I think the foam's too much. All right, so I think I'm going to try him with the Boba Fett costume first. And the cool thing about this is I can make him Boba Fett, or I can make him Jango Fett, or I can make a StormTrooper, or whatever I want. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into, well, finish costuming him up. and just put it on. I guess I could just do whatever I want. A giant Hot Toys, is that what that's called? The Hot Toys, where you actually have the clothes for the figures. Now I am going to have to get some gloves. I have gloves that are for Vader, but I'm sure that would work for Fett. But I think I'm going to have to do gloves to cover up the spindly fingers he's got. But I do think he's still going to look very anorexic. I might have to figure something out to fill him out even more when I'm done. But of course I'm going to keep fiddling with this guy. See how he looks. Decide whether I want Boba or Jango or whatever. And I'll get back. Looks like I'm going to probably have to put a t-shirt underneath him. And then do something to build up that neck. Okay, so here he is with the Boba Fett costume on, and to say the least, it looks like crap. So I'm going to try the Jango Fett costume on, but before I swap costumes, I'm going to need to figure out a way to thicken them out some more. The foam wasn't enough. I'm going to need to do bubble wrap or foam, so I'm going to go see what I can get for the cheapest price that could thicken this dude up, and then I'm going to throw the Jango Fett on him. But I've decided I don't know if I want to go with Jango Fett. Maybe I'll go with the StormTrooper, because I like wearing the Jango Fett myself. So, and this Boba Fett costume, well, I don't like wearing it. So, okay, so here he is in the StormTrooper costume. What I'm going to have to do is tighten him up. I think the StormTrooper costume is going to fit this guy a lot better, and I'm going to have to tighten him up. And I'm going to use these clamps, and I'm going to go from behind him and just clamp it to make it tighter, because these cheaper costumes, the $50 costumes and stuff, they're not tailor-made, especially not for skeleton with some foam and stuff on them. But yeah, that's how he's looking so far. I'm about to reinforce that head so the helmet fits it properly, but I think the StormTrooper one's gonna look the best. It's finished state, and I gotta say that I'm happy with some things and disappointed in others, but in the end, it's still better than a cardboard cutout in my mind. The biggest problem with having the skeleton that I used is the fact that you really don't have quite the range of motion, the way the hands are positioned. So maybe, definitely, a mannequin would have been better. They're so expensive. I'm looking for a cheap option, a cheap alternative. And of course, holding poses is a bit of a challenge. And I was going to try to have it look like it's holding the blaster with two hands, and that didn't work. But he still looks anorexic. I could just go through and stuff some newspaper in him and fill him up and make him look like a full-fledged adult. But then again, I don't know if I'm really too concerned about it. He looks all right, just chilling in the corner with Jango Fett. But my friend actually has a bunch of life-size action figures. He spends $1,000 a piece on them, so he doesn't care about price. I, on the other hand, am more price sensitive, and I like to do stuff as cheap as possible. And I think for the price, for $10, it looks good. And if you look at it also, I already had some of this stuff, so what am I going to do with these multiple costumes that I have? I can't wear them all at the same time, so it'd be a fun way to enjoy it. Here's how the lower legs came out, and again, I need to stuff that all in there. I did clip those in the back and sort of tighten it up. That was one of the things that I did. But yeah, those shoes work fine. It's fine. It gets the job done. It doesn't really show, and that's the whole point. But I use one of these clear straps, zip straps that you get at Walmart for like a pack for $1 to hold on to the gun. It doesn't look like he's holding it like a real gun, but it is what it is. Now the helmet looks good, and it's kind of a replica of a Dawn Post helmet, so it'll work. It gets the job done. I actually don't use this one because I think the Black Series one that is a lot better than these that are made with this material. I like the shiny plastic of the Dawn Posts, so when I do wear my StormTrooper costume, I'm gonna wear the Black Series one. So this guy can have this one forever. So I did add some foam to it. I really didn't do much with building up the neck. There's some newspaper stuffed in the helmet, so it all fits on, and it looks like it fits on right. Let's see here. And I think it looks okay. Well, now it's off. Now it's uneven. There we go. Yeah, I think it looks all right. It gets the job done. Hey, everyone that walks in knows exactly what that thing is. They know it's a StormTrooper, and they know it's a big life-size version of a StormTrooper. I hope you enjoyed this build. I really want to hear what you think about it. Is this something you plan on doing? Does anybody else have a life-size StormTrooper? Better ideas? Put those in the comments down below. And if anybody knows a place you can get really cheap mannequins, let me know, because I'll be up for that in a heartbeat. Like, subscribe, and of course, Study Here and Hang out.